really simple way of understanding internationalization is that all the countries in the world matter now. You can't ignore any of them. If you ask most people how many countries there are in the United Nations, most people wouldn't really be able to tell you. I mean, they'd guess somewhere between 50 and a few hundred. Actually, there are 193 nations in the United Nations. Just recently, South Sudan became the 193rd member. And internationalization means, to my mind, you need to know all 193. Now, that sounds like a lot. But you think about grade school. You learn about the 50 states of the United States, and you learn all 50 by the age of 8 or 9. You never run into any educated person who tells you they've never heard of Utah or they've never heard of Montana. And if you did run into such a person, you would really not consider them very well educated. So here at William & Mary and in higher education now in the 21st century more generally, the task is to get all of our students and all of our faculty and staff too to know all the countries in the world. And I really believe if you do that, you see the world totally differently. You start having a sense for where things are occurring. You understand something about the history and the culture and the economy of the countries that you've learned. You suddenly have a context for understanding the way globalization is reshaping our lives. And by the way, it's a great way to prepare for the job market of the 21st century too, because when you know all the countries in the world, you become valuable to employers, to governments, to educators. You become one of the people who really knows what's happening in the world today. So that's the kind of thing we're going to be aiming at in William & Mary in the years to come, is getting everybody to understand the world as an integrated whole, all the countries in the world.